Hello everyone. My name is Pam from Sunlight Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take a nice gentle slow flow here, just moving the body a little bit, connecting to our breath, just letting the world circle around us for a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start in a seat, cross-legged here. Take some time to feel nice and grounded in the sits bones. Just treat yourself to a couple nice shoulder shrugs, sending the elbows as wide as you need to. And then gently allow the palms to rest on the mat, either up for receiving or down for grounding. Close your eyes. If you'd like to dip the chin to the chest here, I encourage you to find what's comfortable, but keep the spine nice and tall. Keep the core, belly button pulled in, active. And just listen to the breath. Gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. Maybe you start to find a count of 4, 5, maybe just 3. Keeping the breath steady. Start to allow the hands to float up to heart center. Keep the eyes closed. If the chin is dipped towards the chest, I invite you to dip it even more. If your chin wasn't tucked to the chest, I invite you to allow yourself to stretch out the back of the neck. Maybe you'd like to take this time to set an intention. Maybe you just find a simple word to bring you back if the mind starts to wander. Maybe that word is peace, love, maybe it's just breathe. Softly start to inhale, sending those arms up wide. Sweep them up to the ceiling. Maybe the gaze follows to the hands, palms touch at the top. Exhale, release to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, release. We'll gently walk the right hand out to the edge of the mat, sending the left arm up and over. Taking a nice side stretch. Still trying to keep the energy in both sits bones. Maybe you peel the chest open, gaze up to the ceiling. If it's too much for the neck, just softly gaze down with the hand on the mat. Sweep to the opposite side. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to settle into twist, but we're going to move breath to movement first. So inhale, sweep up. Exhale, twist to one side. We're going to do both, so it doesn't matter which way you're flowing at home. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, twist opposite direction. Inhale, sweep up. Square the chest off to the front of the mat, and then exhale, we twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, last time. Come back to center. Exhale, we'll twist. This time, we'll stay a little bit. Pause. So we'll press into those fingertips behind us. Adjust our gaze over the shoulder. Nice tall straight spine here. Next, inhale and exhale. Maybe you guide yourself a little deeper, a little taller into your twist. Start to unwind, coming back to center, sweeping those arms up. Exhale, other side. Again, checking in with that tall, straight back, right? Gazing over the shoulder. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Bring yourself back to center, arms sweep up. Interlace behind the back. Squeeze the chest. Open, allow the shoulders to squeeze together. Maybe you send the head back, open the throat. Soften everything, bring the hands to the front of the mat, and then walk into a forward fold here. Maybe you just press into the palms, extend the arms long, or you melt the forearms down to the ground. Start to gently bring yourself back up to a seat. And then release the hands down to the mat, sending the knees underneath the body for a tabletop. So you want to take time here to stack the wrists under the shoulders. The knees are hip distance apart, stacked underneath the hips. And I invite you to just play here. You could send the hips side to side. Maybe you gaze over the shoulder. Maybe we send the hips to the heels. And maybe we flow through some cat and cows. So with cat and cows, we're dropping the belly on our inhale, lifting the chin. On our exhale, we'll round the spine, tuck the chin to chest. So continue moving here with what your body needs. Maybe you close your eyes to really get in tune with it. Still moving with that breath. Take 2 more breath cycles here. If you haven't taken a cat and cow yet, I invite you to please treat the spine. We'll find stillness here, flat back, core in. Send that right foot long behind you, leave the toes on the mat, and just start to stretch out the leg here, rocking forward and back on the toes a few times. And then gently shift your weight forward, bring that knee back down, and then just tap the foot off to the side of the mat. Send the left leg long behind you, send the right arm up for a side supported plank. Maybe it feels good to reach the arm overhead. Maybe you want to reach for that foot. Opening the chest, the shoulder, kicking into the hand. Extend that leg back long. Bring yourself back to tabletop. I'm going to bring that left leg long now. Heel, foot on the mat, heel back and forth. If you take my classes, you know I always trip over my words, so it would be fitting to do that in a video as well, right? Slowly start to rebend that knee, and then tuck it off to the side. I don't want to turn my back to you too much, so I'm just going to swing that right leg behind me just enough to demonstrate. We're going to make some circles, reach the arm, reach for that back foot, kick into the hand, whatever feels good here. And then bring yourself back to tabletop. Child's pose. Bring the toes to touch, allow the knees to separate, allow the hips to sink back to the heels. Hands will reach forward, forehead rests on the mat. If your forehead doesn't rest on the mat comfortably, you can make a fist with the hands and just rest the forehead on the fist. Just an option to play with. Rock the head side to side here. Release any tension you may have in the forehead. Softly start to press yourself up to reach that right arm nice and high. We're going to thread the needle here, sending the right arm underneath the left, melting onto that shoulder. Left hand cross the top of your mat or finds a bind to the small of the back. A couple other options for you. You can extend that left leg long here, toes on the mat, or out to the side of the body. Slowly start to bring the left hand back alongside the face. You extended the leg, bring it back, and then press into the left hand, send the right arm up to the ceiling, roll out the wrist a few times, make a couple more arm circles. Send the left arm up, thread it through. Again, all the same options apply for you here, so right hand can walk up, find the small of the back, or right hand up and right leg extended. Start to bring that hand back near the face, knee back under the body if you did extend the leg, and then release the left arm back up. Take a couple arm rolls, roll out the wrist. Bring yourself back to your tabletop. Send the hips side to side a few times. And then find your down dog, bringing those hands out. Spreading the fingers, tucking the toes. Taking time to pedal the feet here, one at a time, stretching out the legs. Hips can go side to side, once again, wagging your tail. Bring the toes to touch at the back of the mat. Lift that right foot high and then step it through between the hands, coming into a low lunge. Bring that back knee down for support. You can keep the toes tucked or untuck the toes. We're gonna move breath to movement here. Inhale, peeling back into our half monkey. Straightening the front leg, micro bend in the knee though. Toes to the face. Exhale, shift forward, low lunge, press the chest forward. Inhale, peel back, half monkey. Exhale, shift forward, low lunge, chest shines, heart open. Inhale, peel back. Exhale, shift forward. Bring the hands down. Gently bring that foot behind you for a high plank, bringing the knees right down to the mat, releasing the tops of the feet. Going to slowly lower down, setting up for baby cobra here, keeping elbows close to the body. Inhale, peel up nice and soft. Exhale, find down dog. Take a nice breath here to reset. Then left foot will come high. We'll step through for our low lunge, releasing the back knee to the mat once again. Again, option to tuck the toes or release the foot. Inhale, peel back. Exhale, shift forward, heart shines. Inhale back, half monkey. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, peel back, last time. Exhale, shift forward, low lunge. Bring those hands down. Bring that foot behind you. Allow the knees to rest. And slowly lower all the way down to the mat here. Bring the fingertips off to the edges of the mat. We're going to teepee up onto the fingers. Inhale for a cobra pose. Exhale, allow yourself to drop one shoulder down and gaze over in the opposite direction. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, release. Back to center. Take a little back bend here. Press up. Gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, release the belly and chest down. Bring the hands alongside the body and press into your child's pose. Next, exhale, press into down dog. Pedaling the feet once again. Nod the head yes and no a couple of times. Gaze to your hands and then take a tiptoe or a little walk to the top of your mat. Once you arrive, one vertebrae at a time, roll yourself up to stand. As the upper body starts to rise, we're going to sweep those arms out nice and wide, reach up for the ceiling. Exhale, release your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, release the right hand down, left arm over. Adjust the chest to open up to the ceiling. Bring yourself back to center. We'll flow in the opposite direction. Bring yourself back to center. Forward folds. Take a half lift, reset, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. Heel toe those feet out, about hip distance apart. We'll hang out here in forward fold, softening the knees, grabbing opposite elbows, letting the head hang heavy. Just ragdoll sway side to side. Letting everything roll off your shoulders. Continuing to listen, connect to the breath through the body. Release your hands back down. Take a half lift. Fold in. Inhale, come to rise, sweep top. Exhale, mountain pose. Feet are close together. Body's strong here. Everything's engaged. Palms open to the top of your mat. So close your eyes here. Test your balance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Find your high plank. Nice and easy, bring the knees down to the mat. Lower down all the way to the belly. Brush your favorite cheek on your mat, bend the knees, send the feet up to the ceiling, and just kind of send them side to side. Releasing any tension in the low back. Maybe you switch cheeks now. Let everything go long. Press yourself into down dog. Gaze to your hands and take a hop, step, walk, however you'd like to arrive. Once we do, we gently bend the knees. We arrive in a seat. We're going to roll onto our backs, bringing the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side, giving ourselves a nice hug. Using the knees to guide some weight into the small of the back. Allow the feet to melt down onto the mat. Keep a bend in the knees. And your glutes, your heels are trying to meet your glutes as though we're setting up for bridge pose. And to set up for reclined pigeon or supported figure 4. So we'll gently reach the right foot up and place the ankle onto the left thigh, just below the knee. Stay here, gently pressing that right knee forward to the top of your mat, flexing that foot. Leaving the left foot on the mat or interlacing the fingers behind the left thigh, pulling both feet up towards the face. Keeping the feet active and engaged, but yet still guiding the right knee forward, keeping the energy aiming to the front of the mat. Slowly start to bring everything down, both feet to the mat, and then lift the left foot, place it over the right leg. Same thing here, set up accordingly. If you like to leave the right foot on the mat, feel free, gently pressing that left knee open. Or interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Both feet are active. Left knee still, energy pressing to the front of the mat here. Start to release both feet down to the mat. This time, bring them to the edges of your mat. Start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Find stillness now, feet still at the edges, but we're going to bring the knees to touch, sort of like a tent. Pausing here. Countering this pose now, refine butterfly feet, allowing the knees to fall open, bringing the soles of the feet to touch. Maybe one hand rests on the heart, one hand on the belly, or maybe the hands rest on the thighs. Closing your eyes. Allowing the openness in the hips. Start to bring the knees together by bringing the hands to the outside of the thighs or the knees. Bring the knees into the chest, lift the head and shoulders, big breath in, scrunch up the face. Allow the head and shoulders to melt down and then drop the knees to the right for your twist, stacking knee on top of knee. Option for arms to be to a T or just left arm out, right hand resting on the thigh. Bring those knees back to center. Allow them to float in the opposite direction. Float back to center. One more reset here, arms around the legs, head and shoulders lift. Slowly start to release the legs long, head, shoulders down to the mat. Arms out nice and wide, toes roll open. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in, fill up. Big breath out, let it go. Start to envision a light in your heart. This light full of love, peace, fulfillment. Start to allow it to spread through the body. Into the arms, into the legs, into the fingers and toes. Allow this light to fill you with warmth and rest here. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need, as long as you'd like. And I thank you so much once again for joining me on your mat. I hope to see you soon. And until I do, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be loved. Namaste.